got a bitch so bad, had to hit it from the front. Daddy got a bag, buying anything that he want. Blowing so much weed, put 2 G's up in the blunt.
Oh man, I gotta bring you here. They know you're my kryptonite.
Ask me how I'm living, man, I'm living raw. And I'm smoking good when I'm in my car. Niggas.
Alright, if you listen to this right now, you're all welcome to the freshYe podcast.
freshYe podcast, yes.
Of the freshYe podcast. I go by the name of freshYe. I am your host. To this lovely, wonderful, and spectacular show. Shout out to everybody that listened to the first episode. I really appreciate y'all. I got some good feedback. You know, got some new listeners. And when I say new listeners, I'm saying from the people that listen to my music on SoundCloud and YouTube and stuff, and all the music that I released. From the people that listen to that music, they listen to this episode, and got some new people that listen to my music and that listen to the episode. So yeah, so shout out to y'all for listening to it, man. There's been a few people that said they was entertained. Of course, it was a few people that was saying, "Oh yeah, man, you gotta put me on the show, man. Yeah, man, I got some shit to say, get off my chest." And this is my thing, right? I ain't got no problem putting you on the show. You know, everybody is welcome if I fuck with you. That is important. If I fuck with you, you could be on the show. Kick it with me. Got weed. You know what I'm saying? If your vices is drinking, that's cool. I would say in my studio, the only thing that's being smoked in my studio is weed. No, you cannot smoke your cigarettes in my studio. No, you cannot smoke your Black and Milds in my studio. No. And I cannot stress this enough. You, and I repeat, you cannot, and I repeat that as well, you cannot smoke crack or snort cocaine in my studio. If you even attempt to take a bag of crack or meth or heroin or some shit that you know normal motherfuckers don't take, you would be escorted out of my premises.
freshYe podcast, yes.
No disrespect to y'all, but it's just certain spots you just can't do that in, man. And this is one of the spots. So if you go to the list of the spots that you can't smoke crack in, freshYe's studio is gonna probably be like on at least top 5, and I'm not 5 or 4 or 3, maybe like top 2, but I'm for sure not 5 through 3. But anyway, man, like I said, man, shout out to everybody that listened to the last episode. And if you haven't listened to the last episode, go check that out, man. Give it a like, give it a comment, tell me how I'm doing. Even on this episode, shout out to everybody that's listening to this right now, and let's get to the show. All right, before I start this next topic, I just heard some tragic news. Reports saying that the rapper Lil Reese from Chicago, he reportedly got shot in the neck. That was yesterday. What's today? Yeah, the 12th. So I'm gonna say yesterday, or like a couple of days ago. I want to say like 2 days ago. As of right now, as far as what I'm hearing, as the story going right now, I'm hearing that he's in critical condition, but it's some people around him that's saying that he's good. I feel like when people say that, I feel like they trying to keep everybody, as far as like his fans and all the people that love him, like in good spirits, but it could not wishing anything bad on him. You know, prayers to him, to his situation. Hope he pulled through. But yeah, I noticed that people say that to kind of keep like a good spirit, which is good. You want to make sure you keep a good spirit when it comes to times like this. So yeah, you in my prayers, man. Hope you pull through. Pray that you pull through. Yeah, man. Unfortunate things happen. I heard he still stayed in Chicago. I heard he still stayed in the hood and stuff. And I noticed a lot of people that get shot at or that get gunned down and murder, untimely death. I noticed they always stay in the hood. you know, they stay in they same, you know, situation they was in, and let me move this up a little bit. But yeah, they still stay in the same situation or the same area that they, you know, reside in, or when they was growing up, they still staying in the same situation. So yeah, I noticed with that. I noticed all the rappers that's been slain still stayed in the hood, like the late Dex Osama, R.I.P. He was still in the city. You know, but he had a promising future. You know, he had a promising situation where, you know, he could have made something, or something was about to happen actually, and you know, his untimely demise happened. So I say that's just like R.I.P. man, Nipsey Hussle. Even though he was going a different direction and was trying to uplift, you know, that hood shit, that street shit always come back to you in some type of way, even if you're trying to help, and you're actually showing that you're helping, actually showing that you was making that step to improve the area that you stayed in, or the area that you grew up in. You know, you try to improve it. And I don't know what, you know, Lil Reese was situation is. I don't know what he was involved in, or I don't know if he had anything going on in his personal life. But it's still unfortunate. Still unfortunate that it happened. And you know, I really pray that he pulled through. You know, yeah, just keep positive thoughts for him, man. Any Lil Reese fans, or any Lil Reese supporters, man, if y'all watching this right now, man, drop a comment, man, and tell me your favorite song that's from him. Me personally, I don't know too many songs from him. I do fuck with Lil Reese though. It is some songs that he had came out with a couple of years ago that I was fucking with. And I fuck with the Chicago movement though as a whole, but Lil Reese is just not one of my top favorites, but I do fuck with him though. So yeah, man, shout out to him. And yeah, man, you definitely gonna pull through. And my phone is bugging. But yeah, man, hopefully, you know, praying that he pulled through. And yeah, any Lil Reese listeners, supporters, yeah, drop your favorite lines from him, favorite quotes, favorite songs, favorite projects, favorite videos. It was this video he just dropped maybe like a couple of weeks ago that is hard. I do not remember the name of the song, and I wish I did, but that song was hard. But yeah, man, as a matter of fact, we're gonna make one of the weekly songs dedicated to him in the situation. Not saying that he passed, but just, you know, just showing some love to him. And yeah, this is the freshYe podcast. We praying for you. We definitely praying for you. But yeah, this is the freshYe podcast, and like, subscribe, keep tuning in, man.
Get you together.
freshYe podcast.
Stupid. I get on your ass. Who the fuck gon' stop me? Who gon' stop me? Bitch, my pockets fat. Yeah, they extra stocky. Extra stock. All these bitches on me. Yeah, they steady watching. Steady watching. All these niggas in here. Yeah, they steady watching. Steady watching. But we keep Glocks. We ain't worried. We ain't stopping. But we keep Glocks. We ain't worried. They keep watching. He say gon' trap me. What's the hold up? Then what's stopping? These niggas be police. I don't trust these niggas for nothing. All of a sudden, now these niggas talking about we cousins. I fucked that bitch, I left her sick, now I want her cousin. I fucked that bitch, I almost forgot to put on the rubber. I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with your kind, you ain't on nothing. I fuck with niggas who just like me in the streets, they thuggin'. Tried to give him a little something, put him on his feet, but he don't know how to hustle. He ain't got no hustle. Tell her ass get you, they rush. Big 4-5 gon' touch you. Heard their ass talking, I'm hustle. Pressure. Every day is pressure. Get on your ass, ain't no let up. Put your ass on that schedule. We gon' get you together. Catch him scratching in any weather. Talking about blocks, the nigga we got several.
freshYe podcast.
Right,
Yes.
Now I'm gonna tell you the God honest truth, man. So on my last episode, I completely freestyled that whole thing. I didn't have anything. Excuse me, I gotta put this. Shout out to the niggas that or to the people. I keep saying that I'm gonna stop saying niggas, but I can't stop saying it because it's in my vocabulary. But shout out to the people that keep their lips moisturized. You ain't walking around with the cocaine white. But yeah, my last episode, man, I completely freestyled that whole episode. I didn't have anything written down. I ain't go through no type of pre-production or anything like a. So yeah, this episode, I decided to write a couple of topics down, and I know when y'all first listened to the episode, y'all heard I had the well, y'all probably don't even know about it, but and if y'all do know about it, I played the clip of Tom Brady allegedly saying the N-word, saying nigga. And I kind of found that kind of interesting because when I listened to it, well, when I watched the video that I had seen on YouTube, it didn't really necessarily look like he said the word, but it definitely sounded like he said or pardon me. It definitely looked like he said the other stuff that he was saying. So I'm like, so they gonna say that, but dub being that, I don't know. But on the other side of the token, we gotta realize this, right? We all, not me. I'm not talking about myself, but majority of the people I know that's African American, they have friends that's white or Caucasian or European or whatever the fuck y'all want to be identified as. They have people that has a lighter tone or texture to their skin, and I'm not talking about light skinned people. They have white friends, and those white friends have predominantly black people around them a lot. So what's the main thing that black people always say? Nigga. Nigga, 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 nigga. They say the shit all damn day, right? So if you a white person and you always around that, of course, naturally you're gonna feel comfortable to saying the word. Right? So we can't act like that don't happen. I understand people be saying stuff like, oh man, you know where that word came from? That came from slavery, that came from segregation, and it got all this bad energy around the word, and we did all this. You can't say, if you white, you can't say, or if you not black, you can't say the word nigga. If that's the case, then you don't need to be saying it either. If you feel like that word got so much bad energy or bad history behind it, then you don't need to be saying the word yourself. So if you can say the word, what's making it more better from you saying it rather than a white person or a Mexican or Asian person saying it? Bad energy is bad energy. Just because it's coming out of your mouth and you're a black person doesn't mean that you automatically turn that energy into good because you're saying it. You already know where it came from. Even if it's the N-I-G-G-A or N-I-G-G-R, it's still the same word. Niggas just put nigga shit to it. You know, they spiced it up. You know, they made it all right. So they basically made this word a verb. Yeah, they made it a verb, you know, describing somebody. Black people basically using their colloquialism. I hope I said that word right. And if I didn't, just put the word in the comment section and y'all gonna say whatever the fuck y'all gonna say. But yeah, they talk with their own ebonics and they just put the guh in it instead of the the nigger, and a nigga. They just put their own little spin to it. But I say all of that to end it like this. Well, this would be my last point on it. If you say the word, just know where it came from. Not what we remixed it to, or what we made it out to be. You know what this word come from. So if you can say it, I'm not now, as a disclaimer, let me just say this. I am not saying that I approve white people from saying this word. All I'm saying is, I'll tell you like this. Black artists, and I'm not even talking about the pop artists. I'm talking about black artists in general. They got a fan base. They got people that comes to their shows and whatnot. You do know it's going to be at least one white person in that crowd, right? You do know if you have the word nigga in your verse, and if that white person liked that song, they're going to say that word because they're going to repeat the verse because they like the verse or they like that particular song. So they're going to say the word. So in that case, is it a problem when they say it in a basically reciting way where they just kind of just saying the word? Or is it okay if they come from a black culture? Or is it not okay? Y'all answer that. Like when it from the people that don't have or do that or that do have that problem with white people saying the word, is it the context? Is it the context that they using the word, or you just don't want them to say the word? Period. So you expect them when they in a crowd or whatever, and they listen to a song, and the song just so happen to have the word nigga in it. Do you want them to blank it out because they're around black people? So tell me what it is, man. So yeah, answer that in the comment section, man. Yeah, this is the freshYe podcast. Like, subscribe, tune in. Like I said, I'm dropping these every Wednesday. I don't have a set time. That's why I dropped the last one so late for all the people that listen to it. I think I dropped it like at 9 or some shit on Wednesday, and put the YouTube shit Saturday. I got other shit going on, man. I got other responsibilities and just grown up shit. You know, I'm not a nigga that just sit around all day and not do shit. I have a problem with this too. And I ain't even get to the topic yet, and I'm already going in. But I have a problem with somebody that can wake up every single day not trying to make no money, not trying to take care of their kids, not trying to clean up the house at least, not trying to do shit. All them niggas do is just wake up every day and smoke weed or watch TV or just don't do anything productive, where it's like, I understand it's some days where you might have that day where you just not doing shit, where you just don't want to do anything. You just want to, you know, sit around, probably play the game, play some Call of Duty or 2K, or, you know, you want to smoke some weed, or you want to watch TV or anything that you know, you don't want to do anything. That's cool. But my nigga, you can't do that every single day, bro. That doesn't make any sense. At some point, you don't get no type of like spurt or burst of energy to try to do something different in a day. You don't try to learn something, pick up a book. Shit, niggas got phones in their hands. They literally have phones in their hands being on Facebook. You know, you can go on Google to just search some shit. Anything. Any of everything is on the internet. You can buy books on the internet and just read it on your phone and just learn something every day. You don't really get that type of like sense of energy to at least do that. You just sit up there and say, man, damn, this weed good as hell, man. What type of weed is this? Man, that's some on some real shit, bro. Man, that's some reg, dog. You know, that's some shit that I got from my man's last week. Man, this shit burning like a motherfucker, man. Where the switch is at? Like, you don't get any type of like, damn, man, I'm really just sitting here just not doing shit and just really taking up space. Cause that's really what you're doing. That's really what you're doing. I think the last time I had checked the what is that called? The census. The last time I had checked that, they said it's about 7 billion. Well, no, it's probably more than more. But anyway, it's like 7 billion people that's in this world. I know it's more than that, so don't try to trash. And it's babies getting born every single day. And you just here, just not doing anything. Something. Try to put $1 in your pocket. You woke up with nothing. At least try to put $1 in your pocket without begging. Because that's not really making anything. You're not making any money. You're just borrowing some money that you don't really have no intentions on paying back. That's the reality. But yeah, freshYe podcast, like, subscribe, tune into the channel. I'm dropping these every Wednesday. The YouTube videos is going to probably be uploaded on Saturdays, the way that I'm working and doing other shit other than podcasting or making music, or probably, you know, masturbating or some shit. I don't know.
freshYe
But anyway, let's go to the
yes,
first topic.
yes.
So, I had the topic Power, the TV show Power. If y'all not familiar with the show that's on Stars, that have the actor Omar Hardwick. I'm not even about to attempt to matter of fact, let me look this up. This show has the actors Omar Hardwick, Joseph Sikora. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, if you just so happen just to hear this. Lala Anthony, Natari Nanton. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Rotimi, the singer Rotimi, if y'all up on him. I don't really know any of his music. Michael Rainey Jr. All right, so forget all this. Anyway, it's a show that's on Power. I mean, a show that's on Power. It's a show that's on Stars. That just to give like a quick synopsis, it's really about a drug dealer that's trying to get out the game, but really is having like a very hard time or just making it very difficult on this stuff. Just doing very amateur amateur, like he be going around, he be going about shit very wrong on this show. So I like I said, I say all of that to say this. I put the power as one of the topics. I don't really have too much to say about the show, but I will say this. This is the 6th season. I started watching this show, I want to say probably like the 2nd season. I went back to watch the 1st season. I'm like, okay, this is dope. Watch the 2nd season, 3rd season. And you know, once you start watching the show for real, you start to get invested. You know, you start learning the characters. You starting to find out who your favorite character is. And you like, man, all right, man, I can fuck with this, man. I like this. Then it's just like, after that, oh yeah, 50 on the show too, and then it's executive produced by 50 Cent. If y'all did not know that. Anyway, so you start learning characters and stuff, so you start building the love with these characters. But I think at that point, it start to get to the point where it's like, man, pardon me. It started getting to the point where it's like, all right, man, everybody love this show, man, so we can basically do whatever the fuck we want to do. That's how I feel about a lot of these artists too, by the way, but that's another conversation. So they start stepping on the show. And when I mean by stepping on, that's like a hood drug reference to cutting it or basically diluting it with something else. Like, you know how you have like a sugary juice and you put like water in it to kind of dilute the taste of it. So yeah, that's what they did with the show. And I started noticing it, and I'm like, yeah, I started noticing, hold on, let me put, all right, pardon me, man, I had some technical difficulties. I had to stop it. All right, but we back. So yeah, so they started diluting the show, and they start doing everything where it's like, okay, cool, niggas gonna like the show anyway, so we just gonna do whatever the fuck we want to do now. And I'm starting to notice that, and I'm not liking it. So they did this bull crap. This is a spoil alert if y'all haven't watched the show. But if y'all haven't watched the show, I'm pretty sure y'all don't even have no intentions on watching it anyway. Y'all probably just listening to my tale. I mean, what the fuck this nigga even talking about? But so yeah, so they started doing this. Where they did this oh my god, who shot Ghost situation. I'm like, man, I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was telling them, like, man, look, the way that these niggas been doing these shows now, I wouldn't even be surprised if they do some shit like he didn't even get shot. I wouldn't even be surprised about that. I think that they supposed to resume this show in January, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna do some shit where it's like, oh, he hallucinated, or somebody at least tried to shoot him and they thought they shot him. Like, remember that movie Baby Boy? Where on that one scene where he seen what's Snoop name in that damn movie? Rodney. When Rodney he was in it. I just thought about something that's so crazy. How the fuck do you have your ex nigga staying with you unwillingly? You ain't even try to have this nigga stay with you. You got your baby daddy, and you letting your ex. Well, nah, you stole the car. But yeah, then. That nigga her ex nigga is driving her car, and you shooting at his baby daddy, at her baby daddy. That's crazy. But anyway, but that one scene when he started shooting at him and he thought he had got popped in the chest twice, and in actuality he really didn't get shot. The nigga just failed. I really feel like it's gonna be some same shit like that when it comes to this power shit. But I don't really have no thoughts about it. It's just at this point they really just trying to hurry up and end this show. And if Ghost did get shot, man, that's fucked up, man. But shout out to Ghost. And shout out to Power and Stars and 50. But yeah, I don't really have no thoughts for real about it. I'm going to watch it. And when it ends, I'm going to be like, well, bon voyage. But let's go back. Let's get to the next topic. So yeah, so on this next topic, it's about T.I. and about him taking his daughter to the gynecologist to check on a Hellman to see if she still have her virginity. My whole thing is this. Number one, that is weird. That's very weird. That is like very weird, and you're just willingly breaking into this girl's privacy. That's why they call it a private part. That's why they say you have to sign some type of waiver to share this information with somebody. Your parents, your husband, or whoever. You have to sign something to share that information. So that means that this information is supposed to be confidential. Right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But you taking your daughter, like, that's cool. Like, you making sure that she's still good down there and making sure she's healthy and stuff. I get that. But my problem is you taking this girl that's 18, by the way, you taking her to a gynecologist, and from your knowledge, you want to know that this girl haven't gotten her virginity taken away. Why? Well, I ain't gonna say why it doesn't matter. But my whole thing is, you know, with you being an entertainer, that you're not gonna be around this girl. And I think this girl make music as well. I think that's the child that make music. I don't know. I might be wrong about that. But you want to make sure that she still has her virginity. And he had one of these one lines that was in there that was kind of cringeworthy. He had said, "Virgins is no fun. Who will want a virgin?" So, in my opinion, you kind of sexualizing your child by thinking if she still have her helmet attached that she's a virgin, which is really not the case. That it can be broke. From my understanding, I'm not a woman, but from my understanding, that I think it's like multiple ways that it can be broken. So, all right, so you take her to the gynecologist, then you find out that it's broken. Then what? What, you gonna think she's lying by saying that she's not a virgin? And I feel like that's just weird to just keep asking every year. Or you making a schedule saying, oh yeah, gynecologist. Like, I think he said it after her 16th birthday, he had put on a little scheduling board or the little calendar saying gynecologist 9 o'clock tomorrow. Like, you're planning for this. Like, you're putting time into investing into your child's vagina. You're so knowing what's going on with your child's vagina is like super important, which it should be, but in this case, this is weird. You got to sit your child, and this goes for everybody. Like, I have a child myself. I have a daughter. So this goes for any male that has a child. The one thing that you have to realize is I am young. I'm in my 20s. So I was just a child. You know what I'm saying? I was just a child, and you know, as a child, you know, you got into some shit that you wasn't supposed to get into. Let's just be real. We did shit that we wasn't supposed to be doing. When we was growing up, it's been a lot of times that a lot of us snuck out of the house, snuck people into our house, going to parties and smoking weed and drinking, doing shit that we know we had zero business doing. We shouldn't be doing this at all. So you know, children has a acquiring mind. Wanting some shit that they think is cool or what their friends is doing, they gonna want to do it. So what you need to do is you need to sit down, and I'm just giving my opinion. You, at the end of the day, this is your child. If you're in your child's life, then you gonna raise your child the way that you you will want your child to be raised. But I would just give an opinion, my 2 cents. It don't matter. If you listening to it, obviously you care about my voice enough to listen to it, at least to this point. So obviously I care some type of way in your life, or at least for the day. But you need to sit your kids down and just explain to them when it comes to life. You got to explain this shit called, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, or I would hope everybody have learned, cause and effect. When you do something, which is the cause, I don't even feel like giving an example, but you have a cause and an effect. You know, when you do something, it's going to have an end result. Rather if it's good or bad, it's going to have an end result. So that's why I don't really like the parents that's like really stricter than kids. I never understood that parenting, because you know, as a kid, if you're restricted from doing something, you're gonna find a way to go around that restriction.
freshYe podcast.
Damn, I can't do this. All right, cool with shit. She ain't gonna let me go to this party, or she ain't gonna let me out the house for real. So I know when my moms or my dad go to sleep, I know they be knocked out. So I could just go ahead and, like, come on, man. We've been kids. You know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't set no ground rules for your child, of course, but you have to at least put in the back of your mind that, okay, yeah, like this shit can't happen. So what if it does happen? I'm talking to T.I. and the people that agree with what T.I. is saying. I think y'all niggas is weird too, but that's for another conversation, or maybe it is for this conversation. So if it happens, then what? She went around your way. She know that she knows, like, oh, he don't want me to have sex, and I'm like, man, it's got to be something good about it if he don't want me to do it. It's either you gonna think it's something bad about it or something good about it. And if you being And if you listen to music and all they do is talk about sex and all people, and you go on Instagram or Facebook and stuff, and all they talk about is sex and stuff, it's like, well, damn, they saying I shouldn't do it, but shit, I'm seeing this shit. This shit look lit. I want to partake in this. So, what if it happens? What you gonna do? I asked that same type of question for a lot of different situations that a lot of people is not gonna be able to answer. Like a lot of people, and I'm not even about to start this conversation, but if anybody want to have this conversation with me, you can hit me up on Instagram. That's at freshYe West with 2 T's. Music freshYe West with just 1 T. If you wanna collab, if you wanna send me some beats, if you wanna just work on some shit, if you shoot videos, if you take pictures, if you do graphic design and artwork and stuff like that, man, hit me up, man. We can do some we could talk some business, man. I'm always willing to work with up in, that's people that want to work, because I want to work. I'm in the same position that you in, but yeah, back to my question. Like a lot of people, like I said, I'm not even about to start this conversation, but a lot of people that have a problem with homosexual people, and they say, oh man, I don't want my kid to be gay, man. So what if it happens then? Then what? What is your next step after that? What, you gonna beat it out of them? You gonna just beat them and punish them for feeling like that, or you gonna disown them because they don't feel the way that you want them to feel? It's a lot of things that comes in that oh man, this nigga. That nigga ain't talking about shit. But a lot of people have a problem with these type of people, but they don't understand that it can happen to them. So if something like that happen, it's a lot of people that I know, they're like, man, I disown them, or I beat it out of them. If they gay, I beat it out of them. So you're punishing them for how they feeling. So they shouldn't feel like this. They should feel the way that you want them to feel. But you feel the way that you feel. How would you feel if your parents was doing that to you? How would you feel if you felt a certain type of way, or if you was doing something that they didn't really approve of, and they beat the shit out of you because you was feeling the way that you wanted to feel? You got to think about that, man. All right, I go by the name of freshYe West. If you made it this far, thank you for listening to the episode. You a real one, and you want to listen to a real one. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about me too, man. freshYe West out. Biatch.
freshYe podcast. Yes.